Pull. Pull it out. Come on, give it a good tug. Pull it out of there. Oh, you had no problem pulling the wall apart before. Here you go. Give me your hand. Pull. Look, go like this. Pull. There you go. Pull it. Get some force behind it. You do a little piece first. Keep going. Grab this. Look at that, huh? You get that stuff? Come on. Get your handful. Pull this piece.
Are you helping?
Yep. She's helping.
Now listen, we only do this with mom or dad.
Well, that's the thing. I was, concerned about, like, are we teaching her to do it? I don't think we're teaching. She already knows how to do it. She does it on her own, right? But, you gotta fix what you broke, too. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a little sharp back there. I'll get that piece. She's also a smart kid.
Yeah.
Like, she knows she's not supposed to dig a hole in a wall. She knows that she's not supposed to pick at the wall. She knows all those things.
Yeah.
Like, she'll look right at us and stick her finger like this at the wall because she knows she's not supposed to pick at it. So, yeah, I don't think there's this isn't going to cause any confusion. Can you turn it down a little bit? Turn it down the other way. Push the other button. So it didn't make sense not to plug the hole, before, because then it'd be a weak spot. And if we ever took the paneling down, I don't know. It just made sense to plug the hole, right? So I made a plug. Squeeze, squeeze. Look what you're doing. You gotta squeeze it. Squeeze. It's hard to squeeze, huh? You want to do 2 hands? Here, squeeze it with 2 hands. Squeeze it. Squeeze. Oh, good motion. I like that. Look, we're making progress. Progress. We still have, hold on. I still have one more panel to go. Well, then we have to paint it. I didn't think we were gonna have to paint it. We gotta paint it. We're gonna paint it white. Cover up all the nail things with some, and trim it. It's gonna get trimmed too. Obviously, you gotta trim it, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna look fantastic, I think. And we gotta do the access. I gotta redo the access panel down here. This is to our secret room, to the dungeon. This is where we keep our haters.
Not many down there.
How you guys doing? You like a drink of water or anything?
Oh my gosh.
You good? Good. See you later. Aren't I funny? So funny. Hey, we gotta go vote. Let's go vote. We're gonna take a break and go vote. We have local elections. What's this for? Mayor? Mayor. We gotta go vote. Abby. Hey.
She's like, I'm busy.
Let's go vote. Come on. Did I even tell them how I fixed that cushion over there?
I don't know.
The temporary fix I did? I don't think that I did.
I don't know because I didn't know until I went to sit on it.
And it's a little...
You're like, oh, that's rigid.
Yeah. So there's a piece of plywood underneath the cushion, and then the cushion itself is screwed to the plywood, like it's attached to the couch. A lot of people ask why we don't just do non-removable cushions. And that's because we can't clean the cushion covers. You can't wash them because they don't come off. So we have 2 dogs, a cat, and a child. Cleaning cushion covers is a necessity. I want to take them off, throw them in the washing machine. Okay, I gotta close this up or Nala will find herself down here in the hater dungeon. It's got a new name. It was the secret room. I just came up with that. It's pretty funny. I'm pretty proud of myself. All right, let's go. Come on, put your shoes on. We'll go for a car ride and go vote. My life advice. I'm terrible at this. Like, I'm not good at it. It'll look good when it's done. It could be way better, but it'll look great when it's done. I'm not good at this kind of thing, but I keep doing it because I get better as I do it. Priscilla said this reminded you of when I first started turning wrenches.
Mechanicking.
Yeah.
Whew, y'all. It was a lot. I was like, you're not good at this, sweetheart.
I'm naturally mechanically inclined. Like, I learn quickly, like, by doing it myself.
You broke a lot.
Well, it's trial and error.
Yeah. But that's when we were really broke. Like, poor. And you were breaking things. It was not good.
We had single military income. Like, single income
E3.
military. E3 income. So, back in the day.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, you see? Yeah. You see what happens? You messed around with it.
She goes all in butt. Her little butt is just a wiggle. Put the broom in front of it.
It's 2 days later. Well, I worked on it yesterday and today. I worked on the wall all day today. I start doing stuff. I'm like, oh, well, this will look nice if I do this. And then I'm painting the trim underneath it. I'm like, well, then I got to keep going. And then I keep painting the trim. Next thing you know, I'm painting the stairs. Hey, fresh paint. Get off the stairs. Get down. Come on. Knock it off. Jeez, you two. Just the one thing led to another. So it was an ongoing process. We just realized when we got done putting everything back how much of a farmhouse vibe it is on accident. It's not what we were going for. Nothing wrong with the whole farmhouse thing. I think it's a little like 2010, but hey.
But it looks beautiful, Asa.
It turned out really good.
You did such a good job.
Thank you. Yeah, it turned out good. I did all the trimming. Really proud of my trim job there. Went really well all the way around. And there's a panel back here that I had to rebuild. This panel for the dungeon? I had to basically rebuild that so it matched. I put a handle on it too because it needed a handle. There we go. What's the next project?
What do you want it to be? Handrail.
Yeah. Handrail right here. So, consequence. Man, that video, I feel like a lot of people really got it. And, and I was making those comments and talking about that stuff for you people, for the people that have had those days and stuff. Some people are still telling me oh, you got to punish her, and listen, I know Dr. Spock is going to say to do this or that or whatever, but in that moment, what the point I was trying to get across in the whole thing was I'm tired, like a tired parent, I just, there's times you just don't have the energy. That was the whole point of it. It wasn't saying your child shouldn't have consequences. You guys got to, listen to the context of the whole thing. That was the point of that. I was going through the comments tonight. I was like, no, guys. But most of you, so many people could relate, which I love. I love that you guys could relate to that because I don't want to feel alone. But at the end of the day, we have a nice looking wall, and she did help with it some. She ultimately got 2 days off from school because of it, because I was working on this for 2 days. So she had therapy both days also though, so that's one she was just sitting around. Looks good.
Now we just need a new couch.
Yeah, we still need a new couch. Yeah.
Look at this.
I know this poor cushion. I don't even know what's happened to this.
It gets the most loved.
It does. I don't even know what happened to that thing.
I don't either.
It's
bumpy.
Yeah. That's some cellulite in that cushion. Really good, thought-provoking conversations in the comment section on this video. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. Lots of good questions and stuff what about this, what that kind of thing. So someone had asked, they were talking about if we had her get off the couch anytime she messed with a wall, remove her from any wall, Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's funny because we've done that, so when we're in the room with her, it's gotten to the point where hey, you're sitting on the floor, touch the wall, sit on the floor, can't sit on the couch, she'd sit on the floor for a little bit and she'd say I'm all done, and then we would have her get up when we think she's all done and come back to the couch, and then she'd go back to messing with the wall again shortly thereafter. And the problem arises, so here's the thing, the positive reinforcement of the feeling of the drywall and ripping the paper off the face of the drywall and flapping it in your fingers and the grit feeling of it and just the thrill of destruction, that positive reinforcement that she gets from that is far more powerful than any, far more influential than any risk of punishment or consequences. And that's what we found with that. She's not, a lot of people are asking, like, maybe do this and she'll understand. She understands. She knows she's not supposed to. Fully knows she's not supposed to. She will literally sit there and touch the wall and look at me like this. She does this. And stare at me and wait for me to react, And so then we got to, like, adjust how we react to things. Because then it's attention seeking, at that point. So we have attention seeking behavior. We have sensory
seeking.
Yeah, sensory seeking behavior, thank you. And, there's two different aspects to this that we're up against. So then, like, natural consequences. So the natural consequences were the couch was in a different position for 2 days. She couldn't really get comfortable. She was in her spot. She felt out of sorts. Dad was banging a hammer on a wall for 2 days straight. She was constantly having to get up and move so I could adjust the couch so I could get to another part of the wall. Like, those are the natural consequences that occurred. If there was a ding in the wall, she'd pick at it again, because that momentary joy she feels from that sensory input she's receiving is going to outweigh those consequences. And the punishments, let's be real. Like,
she was picking the stuff up, laughing, like giggling.
Yeah. Like when we had her pick it up with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she was helping clean it up, she's giggling. Like, and it wasn't like she's not a vindictive person.
Right.
She didn't dig at the wall because she was mad or upset about something. It's genuinely, like, she is such a sensory seeking child. Like, it's constant all the time. We still have to do some kind of consequences or punishment, whatever form that looks like, whether it be timeout or removing her from the couch or whatever. The things that we can't do is, like, take her words away. We can lock her into her words using guided access on our iPad. You can do that. We do it all the time, where you can't watch YouTube videos, but you can communicate. There are things that we can do and that we do, but when every fiber of your body desires that sensory input, how are you going to create something that has more power over her decision making than that? That's the biggest challenge. And I know, based on you guys' comments, a lot of you guys face the same challenge. And it's going to be a lifelong thing. Not everything has a fix. It just doesn't. Abby hung up with Summer tonight. I'm telling you guys, it's been like 3 days, like, since I started this vlog. So Summer's still around, by the way. She still lives. Mm-hmm. She's here.
Okay, it's like, where's Summer?
Yeah.
Working, going to school.
Yeah, they always ask where you're at. So, can you play that video again?
Oh, yeah.
We're going for a walk. We're walking. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Abigail Lorraine, let's go. No, ma'am. This way.
Okay, fine. But yeah, 100% yelling
Yeah,
at me.
communication, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Like, every time she does it, sometimes she does it when she's just happy and excited, but it's different. Like, it's like a high-pitched squeal when she's excited and happy, but that one, which is like, kind of level tone there. Yeah, that's like, she does that to me if I'm up here. That's 100% communication. Like, she is, like, yelling at you, like turn around and look at me. I need to sign you or whatever. She does that when she's down here and I'm, like, up here.
Yeah.
She's like, she'll, like, yell, and then when I look over, she'll, like, tell me to come here or say music or whatever. Yeah, 100% communication. Yeah. So Summer was just saying, like, if we could shape that into something. We need to. She never does it with her speech therapist, like that sound, because she's sitting right next to her.
Right.
So I think we need to work on that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because in the car, if you like tap and you don't listen to her music change right away, it's and I'm like,
Yeah.
like, are you yelling at?
And it hasn't been. And the cool thing is, like, it hasn't been reinforced. Like, when she yells, we jump. Like, that's not what happens at all. So that means she's understanding that it's not just like an action or a regular behavior or whatever. Like, if she were to
learning, like, change it with something
yeah,
else,
it's like, this is a sound that people communicate with.
That's pretty cool.
Are you're just saying, hey?
That's what I'm saying. Summer, come on.
But you can see why Summer and Isaiah and Kylie and Becca and Andrew and like literally everybody we know went into this field because it's so rewarding, and it's just like your brain's going all the time, you know, trying to figure this stuff out. It's rewarding, right?
Yeah.
Abby checked out the wall. She's been seeing it for the last couple of days, but she's, you know, it's a little different because she was like sitting there at the wall, like looking over, checking it out. But she seems to approve. What is going on with what's going on with my ISO? Very thought-provoking day. I like those kind of days. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.